All right, welcome to Syracuse, our TCI road trip. Started our trip yesterday, watched some good football last night. I guess it was good if you're a Philly fan. Made it up the rest of the way today. We're going to give you our TCI preview and predictions video for the game tonight. Decided we'd wait until we got up here. Gave us a couple days to marinate on everything. We're going to start with Steeler Will here. I guess you can't figure out what he's wearing over here. Guess he didn't get the memo on the TCI shirts, Gavin. I don't know. Will, what's your key to the game?
I think the key is for Clemson is obviously the tempo of Syracuse tempo, slowing them down. Dabo Swinney and Brent Venables both talked this week about how they needed to, prevent them from getting in that rhythm and that groove that they get into. And Dabo even mentioned, he's like, we just got to go to work. Just do your job, and you'll have no problem with it. So the key is going to be slowing them down because let's keep in mind Clemson's defensive ends are thin, and when it comes to depth, and I know you said earlier this week, well, like to keep those.
I like it.
You like keeping those guys on the field, but still, when you're only used to playing 40 snaps a game, and all of a sudden you got to play 80, that could really kind of wear down guys like Austin Bryant and Cleveland Farrell that are going to have to play all 80 snaps.
12 3 and outs. That's 36 plays.
Well, that's what Dabo said. You go 3 and outs and you got nothing to worry about, and you get the ball back to the offense. So that's the key to the game, getting 3 and outs.
All right, Gavin. I'm assuming you're going in a different direction. What's your key to the game tonight?
My key to the game is the cornerbacks are going to have to do a good job. Get off the bus, number one. I think that's the biggest thing. But if you're diving a little deeper into things, I think that Clemson's going to have to do a good job containing Steve Ishmael, Irvin Phillips tonight. The cornerbacks in coverage. Those Ishmael and Phillips, number 1 and 2 in the ACC in receptions. Syracuse's offense is averaging 325 yards through the air game, which is 13th in the country. Rushing 86th in the country with 141 yards per game. So if you take away those weapons, take away their passing game, then you're going to make them one-dimensional, and I think Clemson will shut them out. And then that'll be, like Will said, then you're getting them 3 and out, and you're using the tempo to Clemson's advantage, because if they're playing fast just to punt, then the tempo becomes an advantage for Clemson. So, and I think the key to doing that, the key to Will's key per se, is
the key to Will's key.
The key to Will's key is stopping those receivers and taking away their 2 biggest weapons on offense, in my opinion.
Which Clemson's done a great job of all year doing that. You look at all the games so to this point, Lamar Jackson, Cam Phillips, they've eliminated the biggest weapon on any team they've played, and it's led to a win every time.
All right, my key to the game, I'm going to go the other side of the ball. Kelly Bryant's coming in with a, little tweaked ankle. Because of the tempo, I think Dabo's going to want to keep the offense on the field a little bit longer. I think we're going to see a plethora of the rushing game for Clemson. So you like that?
Yeah.
Just go to Google. That's what Gavin and I tell you all the time. I think the key for Clemson is going to be how they do at the running back position. I think those guys, I think they're going to try to be careful running Kelly a whole lot with a, tender ankle. I think if we do see Hunter come in the game, probably see him open it up, go to more of the passing. But as long as Kelly's in there, I think they're going to try to feed the running backs. As Gavin talked about a little bit, Syracuse defense, offense is doing some good things. Defense, not as much. So I think Dabo's going to try to get in here, run the ball, run the clock, keep the Syracuse offense off the field a little bit, give those guys on the defensive line worried about the depth, give those guys a little bit of rest. And, Dabo doesn't care whether they win by 2 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns. He just wants to come in here, get the win, move on, get the guys to their fall break and their off week. So my key to the game is going to be the running backs for Clemson. All right, let's go to our predictions. If you guys have cheated today, you've already seen them on the website in our game day article, but now we're going to, for those that haven't seen that, we're going to give you our game predictions.
Or they can start on my who has the edge.
Or who has the edge. Lots of ways to cheat.
Yes, exactly. When you look at this game, I think it comes down for Clemson, because I'm with you. I don't think Kelly Bryant's going to be much into the running game because of his ankle. So I look Tavian Feaster, and I look at Travis Etienne as 2 guys. And not just – Clemson's been doing a lot of power running. I don't think you're going to see that in this game because the way Syracuse likes to shoot the gaps. So Clemson's going to try to bounce things outside, I think, and that's where Travis Etienne is the strongest at. So I look for a couple big runs out of him tonight, maybe kind of get Clemson fans excited again, if you will, about his running ability. So I'm going to look at this game. I think Clemson gets out to an early lead, and then Dabo does what Dabo does. He pulls people and looks a little closer than actually it is, but I'm going to say Clemson 35, Syracuse 17.
35-17 under the spread. All right, Gavin, what's your score prediction?
So the way I look at this game is, like I said, if Clemson gets off the bus, they got the most talent, obviously, of these two teams, way more. But the only way Syracuse can make this a close game is if they're the more motivated bunch tonight, and I don't see that being a problem. I think Clemson's very motivated coming into this game. We've heard the coaching staff talk all week and the guys talk all week about how they want to come play a 4-quarter game, finish strong, head into the bye week, sprint into the bye week, as Dabo said. And so I think this team's motivated tonight to come out and like Christian Wilkins said earlier this week, send a message about this team. They're going to be off next week, and so they want to really send a message and play this complete game tonight. And I think they're going to come. I think they're going to go out and do that tonight. So I don't think it'll be a problem for Clemson. Clemson will win the 13th straight on the road. Right, Will?
Correct, yeah.
And by a score 31-13.
All right, you guys are a little lower than I am. I think surprise on both sides. I think we've learned the last few weeks. Dabo's going to put those second team guys in there in the first quarter. I mean, he no longer waits till the third or fourth quarter. He wants to get those guys in there, get them as many reps as possible during the game. I think we're going to see that tonight as well. I think Clemson's going to score a good bit on Syracuse's defense, which, again, I don't think is very good. I'm going to go with Clemson 45, Syracuse 21. So I do have the Tigers covering the spread. So we'll see how that works out. All right, we got 3 win predictions here. We have tons of coverage headed your way. We're heading over to the Carrier Dome here in a little bit. Stay tuned all day long, all night long, all weekend long. We'll have lots of coverage for you after the game, during the game, normal stuff on TCI. Stay tuned to TCI for the most complete coverage of Clemson football.